M. Night Shyamalan is back with a brand new horror film with a twist. It's called Old. This one's set on a beach that ages you rapidly, every actor's worst nightmare. But is this a commentary on aging or something else? Let's talk about it next. Hey Outlaw Nation, it's the Outlaw John Rocha here with a review for you for Old, the new M. Night Shyamalan film that's come out this weekend. It's set on a tropical beach. A bunch of people show up at this resort that they found online, and only certain people are sent to this secluded beach. And what they discover on this beach is that they all start aging much more rapidly than they anticipated. I'm going to talk about what it's about and what I enjoyed about it, what I didn't like about it, and what I felt about the cast, and if this is another strong step forward for M. Night Shyamalan in the redemption of himself as a filmmaker since those run of movies, including The Happening, where people pretty much wrote him off. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But first, I want to remind you to please subscribe to the channel down below. If you've been enjoying all these trailer reactions and reviews as we've been ramping up here in the channel, really focusing on doing more and more of that content and our live shows as well, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, which lets you know when we're dropping all the content we do here on the channel. Also, come and join me on Twitch, The Outlaw Nation, all one word, lowercase, The Outlaw Nation. Follow me, subscribe there as well. I'll be doing a lot of content on there. I'm an affiliate now, so we'll do some movie watch-alongs. You'll get my commentary on some of those movies as well, and playing along with some games. A lot of fun stuff coming down the pike for the Twitch channel there for sure. And also come aboard the Patreon, patreon.com/John Rocha. Just had another fantastic hangout last night on Zoom with the Outlaw Nation crew. It rolls deep and it rolls strong, and it's a lot of fun. No drama, no toxicity, just fun time talking about movies, pro wrestling, entertainment, sports, what have you, world issues, mental health stuff, our lives. It's great stuff. Anyway, all right, let's get to the movie. You know, nowadays when I go into an M. Night Shyamalan movie, I've got my arms folded, I've got my eyes kind of squinting, going, yeah, are you really going to get it done this time? And maybe that's a bit unfair. I'm sure a lot of you feel that way now because you've been burned by other movies in the past, whether it's Lady in the Water or The Happening or Avatar: The Last Airbender. You've been burned by some of the M. Night Shyamalan films in the past, and he's slowly been redeeming himself. You know, people loved Split. Certainly I did. I liked Glass. A lot of people didn't like Glass, so it was kind of like, okay, is he tumbling back down again? But I think he's come through with a really strong effort here in Old. I thoroughly enjoyed the insane wackiness of this movie. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. I got the basic premise, and you all know the basic premise from the trailer, right? It's just a bunch of families or couples that end up on this beach. The beach ages them rapidly, and they're trying to figure out why this is happening. That's the basic gist of the movie. Let's talk about the cast here. The main family is led by Vicky Krieps. She plays the mom of the family. Gael García Bernal plays the dad. We get their two young children, but they end up becoming Thomasin McKenzie and Alex Wolff, two fantastic up-and-coming actors. Also on the other side, you've got an older doctor character that is played by Rufus Sewell, and he's got a young Instagram model wife that's Abbey Lee. Some of you may remember Abbey Lee recently from Lovecraft Country. And then you got another couple on the beach, Ken Leung, who plays Jared. And of course, you're thinking Ken Leung, you're thinking a beach, you're thinking weird stuff happening. Lost. So it's a perfect casting to throw him in there. And Nikki Amuka-Bird plays his wife, Patricia, who is a psychiatrist. Ken Leung is a nurse. Vicky Krieps is a person who analyzes, I think, mummies or fossils for a museum. And Gael García Bernal is an actuary, a guy who estimates the odds of people dying or living. So an interesting combination of characters. And then you throw in a rapper named Mid-Size Sedan, that's Pierre. So you've got a black rapper, you've got a black psychiatrist, you've got an Asian nurse, you've got a British older doctor, white doctor, you've got a Mexican in Gael García Bernal, and you've got Vicky Krieps, who is a Belgian actress. So you got a great combination of an international flavor in the cast here overall. And I think that it works really, really well as you're watching all these different points of views come together trying to figure out what is happening. They battle, obviously, amongst themselves to try to decide what is happening. They try all kinds of tactics to get off this island, and they find out that they can't get off this island.
We have to get off this beach!
People are blacking out going this way.
let's get to some of the things that I liked about the movie. Really enjoyed the locations, the cinematography of the movie. It is beautiful. That beach is gorgeous. We jump right into the story within 10 to 15 minutes of the start of the movie, and we are in this thing, and we are exploring what is happening here. We get these couples that have to kind of confront things going on in their own relationships. You discover that the thing that brought them all together is the reason why they might be there. And that's kind of crazy to think about when you have that discovery in the movie along with the characters. It's fascinating to see them come up with ideas of how to figure out this island and how to get out of this island. I liked a lot of the pacing of the movie. Really enjoyed the acting from everybody in this film. Everybody in this film has some fantastic moments to show what they can do. And I like how the film goes along. I like how these things get confronted as they get older, how they have to confront certain things about themselves, how they have to age quickly, have all these thoughts happening in their minds, and all the things that they have to kind of overcome and the obstacles they have to confront. And also this idea of old versus young, what gets explored there. And then old, this idea of getting old, how it changes your perspective, how it changes your point of view. So, Vicky Krieps and Gael García Bernal, you discover that they are a couple headed towards divorce. Not going to spoil what ends up happening with them. And there are some really tender moments. There are some very sweet moments between certain members of the cast, certain members of families or the couples that are in this cast and in this cast of characters that I thought were really touching and tender. And I've seen some people ding the dialogue. Let's move to that a little bit. I've seen some people ding the dialogue on this film. It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. He's not going to improve his dialogue in the way that maybe a lot of people would like him to. You know what you're getting when you're walking into an M. Night Shyamalan movie. In terms of the dialogue, you know what you're getting. He's going to spell it out a little bit. He's going to be a bit too on the nose. He's going to give some characters some lines that feel a little weird. They're going to feel weird coming out of their mouths, but it's to get to the overall point of what the film is about. So I think that's okay. I didn't have a problem with it. I know some people did, but I didn't have an issue with it. One thing I will ding it on, though, is a little bit of that ending. It's a little bit unsatisfying for me overall. I get why they went that route with the ending, and if I remember correctly from some of the reviews, or some of the interviews rather, M. Night Shyamalan has done, he said that he was coming up with the ending still on the fly, or was coming up with the ending as they were shooting. So, I mean, maybe that's where I think a little bit the film can be dinged for. But overall, I say I enjoy the movie. I think this film challenges you, keeps your interest. The actors keep you going along step by step through the process, and they're very believable as they confront the things that they're confronting. Also, there are some pretty horrific moments, and there's certainly one moment, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's one moment with the Instagram model, for those of you who have seen it, that will absolutely send chills down your spine as that scene goes along. It's pretty unsettling. And I had to stop it for a little bit to kind of recompose myself and keep going with the movie. So that's what I would say. It accomplishes what it sets out to do, and it's a great exploration of getting old and what that means and how that changes you and how it changes your point of view. And I think that's where we see some of the dialogue actually shine for the people who are dinging the dialogue, is in some of the conversations about those situations, some of the conversations about what they're confronting, right? And the truth is, at the end of the day, I think he's saying you've got to accept aging, you've got to accept getting older. And, M. Night Shyamalan has gotten older since The Sixth Sense, so maybe this is more of a exploration for himself in movie form, which I can appreciate. That's for damn sure. All right, well, let me know what you thought of the movie or what you thought of this review down in the comment section below. Really appreciate that, and would love it if you hit a like on this video as well and shared it on your social media. That's the way we bring in more people into the Outlaw Nation, is having people come in through your recommendation, through your support of the channel. So please go ahead and share that on your social media. Once again, please remember to subscribe down below and hit that bell button. Subscribe and hit that bell button so you see when we're dropping all the new content on here. Please come and join me on Twitch, the Outlaw Nation, all one word. Come and hang out. We'll do some watch-alongs, do some play-alongs. It'll be fun. And come and join the Patreon, patreon.com/John Rocha. A lot of fun there over there as well. And please follow me at the Rocha Says on Twitter and on Instagram. So many plugs. And of course, please go and patronize all the podcasts I do. The Top 10, the Cinephiles, and the Geek Buddies, all happening around now. All right, take care of yourselves. Be well. Think about getting old. And I'll talk to you next time on another review from the Outlaw Nation. Take care.
You have wrinkles.